universes erased in 1 week's episode, guys, and you know I didn't care about no Universe 2 erasure. It was that Universe 6 erasure, because that's the universe we know. We know Champa. He's been around for like 2 years now. We know Hit. He's come to Earth. He's even targeted Goku. We know all these characters. You know, we were gonna have a Planet Sadala arc where Vegeta and Goku, possibly other characters, go to Universe 6, Planet Salad. And guess what? They train together, they grow together. Now, I know some haters are going to be out there like, well, this saves us from the, the Super Saiyan God transformations that Universe 6 Saiyans will eventually get. And hold the phone right there, because it's a possibility they still might come back. But when they hit us with Beerus from behind, I was like, no, don't do this to me. Like, I actually started getting in my feels a little bit. I got those shivers, and when they hit us with the say something, like, he couldn't even say anything, because at the end of the day, Beerus is helpless. I see a lot of people making, kinds of breakdowns as to how Beerus is feeling. Is he just doesn't care? Is he cold-hearted? Is it possibly that he's in a daze and he doesn't know how to react? I think he is just helpless. He knows how to react, but he's got to keep his composure because he knows he can't do anything right now. You think he doesn't love his little bro? I mean, actions speak louder than words. After the U6 arc, he revived Champa's Earth. He didn't have to do that, right? And that's the thing, it's like somebody can tell you that they love you. You've got to question it. Now, if somebody actually does something that will let you know that they love you, that's something totally different, right? Actions speak louder than words. What would Beerus get out of getting emotional, getting angry, maybe his own universe's destruction or extinction? Beerus knew the consequences before going into the Tournament Power, what could happen. So he expected this to happen. He knows his universe is going to prevail over Universe 6. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a soft dude. I wouldn't mind seeing some tears drop into the ground, seeing Beerus here sobbing and like, oh god, guys, Universe 6, it's been a good run, and yes, there's a possibility they still might return, but as it stands right now, it's like they never existed. Oh, and quick side note before we start breaking down the events of this episode, but the Grand Prix more and more is giving me Sinister vibes. Like, he is too passionate about these universes erasure, because Zeno is just, like, oblivious to everything. He's like, hey, he's like, of course he's destroying the universe, but he's not thinking anything of it. He's not like, oh my god, he's not like play fighting as he's doing that. I don't know how he play fight as he does that, but you get the point, right? The Grand Prix, he's like passionate about it. So there's something off. There is an agenda being laid out in the Grand Prix. I don't trust him at all. Going into this episode, I knew there was going to be at least one fight I didn't care about, and I'm talking about the fight against the Universe 2 Warriors, because I'm so done with the hearts right now. I don't care about the hearts, alright? Please, spare me the hearts. Okay, I don't care about these trash-ass characters using the love of Universe 2 to transform into these magical girls. I'm so done with that. But honestly, it wasn't that bad, because while these three, Zanbara, Zarbuto, Zerloin, they're using the same exact attacks of the people they ultimately transformed into, and that's the joke, by the way. It was a little bit more entertaining just because, the androids and Goku, they're sort of running out of energy. And yes, the androids don't technically run out of energy, but you get what I mean. They were all on the edge, and they've already had multiple fights, so they've used a lot of their resources already. Goku, if he hadn't used Super Saiyan Blue by the end, escaping from this pretty black hole or whatever, this big mass of gravity, they would have went down under. They would have went out of bounds. We would have had no more Goku. And you can't tell me you didn't enjoy seeing that Kamehameha. And what I love so much is that it was in sync with Gohan as he was fighting the Universe 6 Namekians with Piccolo in their own power struggle with Kamehameha, by the way. And I like the fact that it wasn't just Super Saiyan Blue that Goku used and then the heart just goes away, because then it's like, these kamikaze fireball rehashes or whatever, them basically transforming the magical it's absolute trash, and it kind of already is trash in a way, but it was the Kamehameha that forced its way out of the heart, basically just exploding all over them, and then that's the end of them. So it's like 3 characters out with 1 attack. Pretty nice throwback to the good old days as Gohan's there in Ultimate using his very own Kamehameha, and I really like the dynamic. So you have the father-son thing going on, and you also have, Piccolo defending Gohan, whereas, by the way, Gohan also defended Piccolo early on in the episode. So you can't say it's like, it's Piccolo coming through time, and no, it's the both of them actually, mutually working together and getting the job done. Now, the fight I really enjoyed was against the Universe 6 Namekians, and that last scene was absolutely incredible with Piccolo coming through with that special beam cannon, because Gohan got caught. Like, they had a beam struggle going on. Gohan was even kind of like losing at times, and then you have Sao pretty much grabbing on him. That could have been the end of Gohan, right? But then Piccolo right in the back, charging up, special beam cannon, piercing this dude, basically freeing up the beam struggle for Gohan to then win. And you might be asking yourself, how are these two random Saiyans, Soundel and Piranha, actually competing with the likes of Piccolo and Gohan? And they actually explain it. It makes sense because we've seen this before. It's not like the Universe 2 thing with the, magical girl transformation that they pulled out of their booty butt cheeks, because we've never actually seen that before. So all of Universe 2 holding up these love rods, giving them energy, that was kind of on the spot. That there wasn't actually any planning behind that. But with Soundel and Piranha, it's the fact that they fuse with other Namekian warriors in Universe 6 that explains their strength. The fact that they could compete with Ultimate Gohan, for instance, and Piccolo, one of the strongest Namekian warriors. And I love the fact that they basically said, Piccolo, this is what it's like fighting a Universe 7 Namekian. I really like that line because I like Piccolo as well. So getting him, that little spotlight, that little moment was pretty cool as well. But, it makes sense, and the reason we didn't see their power up until later on is because on top of the fact that they wanted to save energy and stamina, like Goku, of course, with his Saiyan transformations, they were trying to adjust to all of that power that they pretty much absorbed fusing with the other Namekians. And I mean, you had moments in this fight where those two really had Gohan and Piccolo struggling, and I think partially because they're already somewhat exhausted from previous fights, but also the fact that these two Namekians have pretty solid teamwork. You have Soundel pretty much just, using his stretch abilities to grab up on Gohan. You have Piranha coming atop, ready to shoot a blast. He shoots it, and then Piccolo tries to get him. It doesn't work, and then we segue into the transition, and it's like, whoa, what's going on here? Is this the end of Gohan and Piccolo? So moments like that, it actually makes sense with the Universe 6 Namekians. With the Kamikaze Fireballs, the only reason it made sense for a time is because Goku literally has no energy after fighting Jiren and Kefla, and the androids, they're the androids at the end of the day. Technically, the androids would probably be, enough to fight the new Kamikaze Fireballs. Now, I've got to ask you guys a very serious question. Which fight did you prefer? Alright, let me stop. We all know which fight you preferred between the two, but one thing I would like to know is, would you guys feel as if one Namekian warrior would be better than two? And here's why I say that. If they gave us one really solid Universe 6 Namekian that was like those two's power, Soundel and Piranha, put together, where, clearly outclassing Ultimate Gohan and the likes of Piccolo, honestly, I think that would be better than actually having two Namekian warriors, like an ultimate super Namekian warrior. I think that would be pretty crazy if this dude was almost on Hit's level. That way, this late into the game, Universe 6 would have a fighting chance because, Shop at the beginning of this episode, oh, Universe 2, haha, they're almost out, and then Vados had to make it clear, they have 3 warriors left, right? We only have 2 warriors left. I think if they could rely on one big badass, one super ultimate Namekian warrior, the powers of Soundel and Piranha put together, maybe even more power, I think they'd actually have a lasting chance. At least they would last longer than they did, because we've still got a couple universes left, and I feel like Universe 6 is definitely stronger than some of the other universes we've seen. I mean, Hit alone could probably body almost 75% of Universe 4's team. Overall, very monumental episode this week, guys. I didn't read the spoilers, so I didn't know any universe was being erased. Universe 2, I would have been fine with that, but I don't know how to feel about Universe 6, and neither does Vegeta. How do you think he's feeling right now that Kappa was just erased, like he never existed? Do you think that he's more angry about the fact that all the Saiyans in Universe 6 are gone because of his Saiyan pride, or do you think it's actually that connection to Kappa? I'm thinking it's the latter, and he'll never admit that though, but Kato Pestle about to take a beating for no reason. Going into this episode, I was not excited for these fights at all, but by the end I actually enjoyed them quite a bit, and that double Kamehameha, ooh,